Welcome to Yoga with Val. We're going to be doing some moves that will see us opening through our hips. A lot of us experience tension in the hips, can have physical and emotional causes. If you know you've got an injury either to the knee or the hip, please take care, consider whether these movements are for you. I will be offering some slightly gentler approaches as we work through. You'll be needing a belt. This is to help us stretch into the hips. So have your belt to one side so that you can access it whilst you're laying, and join me down on your mat. Let's think about releasing that spine down onto the mat. Check we've got room to reach those arms overhead. Taking a moment to position the legs in a position that feels right for your lower back. If you want to keep those knees bent, keep those knees bent. Lengthen through your spine. Release through your shoulders, bring your head to a centered position. If you're happy, 2 eyes are closed, breathing in and out through the nose. And we breathe in, creating space. Breathing out to release. Think about deepening that breath. In breath opening, out breath releasing. So the head nice and centered. You relaxed and released through the muscles of the face, through the jaw. There's a little space in your neck. Are your shoulders relaxed and released? Have you got space in your elbows and wrists? Arms, hands, fingers and thumbs all relaxing. As you breathe in, are you aware of the rise through the front of the body? And as you breathe out and release, feel that you're dropping deeper into your mat. So your in-breath will create space and opening. Your out-breath, you relax, release and let go. Soft across the belly, releasing into your lower back. Soft across your hips, legs stretching away. Space in knees and ankles, soft through legs, feet and toes. Breathing in, opening. Breathing out, releasing. Every muscle in your body softens and lets go. A few more nice deep breaths. Really aware of bringing the attention into your body and releasing as you breathe out. Recognizing that this is your time for your practice of yoga. Recognizing that you're going to work in a way that's going to benefit your body. If anything doesn't feel right, then leave that movement. You can always come back to it another time. Breathing in, creating space and opening. Breathing out to relax and release. Think about wriggling into those fingers and toes, maybe working into those ankles and wrists, having a little ease through, maybe a shrug of the shoulders. And whenever you're ready, lengthening, stretch through, bringing yourself to your full height, reaching away, pushing through those heels. And when you're ready to release, we soften. The arms can come back, the knees can come onto the tummy, and we might have a little rock. We might curl it in towards the knees. And we're going to place the feet down to the mat. If you'd rather work the legs extended, please do. We're going to have a little bit of work into those shoulders. Shrug up towards the ears and slide down. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and slide them down. One more if you're happy to. Nice tall shrug. Deep slide away. And allow your arms to find the resting position. We're going to work with the hands either just to the side of the head or even your fingers underneath your head. We're going to work with the elbows bent, drawing elbows together and taking them out wide. It might be that you're just focusing on getting those elbows down towards the mat, or you might be actively pushing them into the mat. So position your head, your hands in a position around your head that's going to be comfortable for you. Start with those elbows coming in towards each other. As you breathe in, take your elbows wide, and as you breathe out, the elbows come together. So an in-breath sees those elbows going wide, chest is open. The out-breath, those elbows come in together. In-breath going wide, opening the chest, opening the shoulder. Out-breath as we close. One more if you're happy to. Breathing in, elbows wide. Breathing out, elbows come together. And release your arms down to your sides. First little work into those hips now. Bringing the right knee onto the tummy as you're ready. Hug either over or under your shin. You're focusing on drawing that knee down towards you, trying to keep your hips level. Make sure you're breathing naturally. We're working into that hip. We're going to release the hands and take the heel away to the ceiling. Try and open through the back of this knee. If your leg's struggling, okay, you might push it away. Try not to have any quake going through that leg. We want to lengthen through the heel, so we open through the back of the knee. If you've got long hamstrings, your leg might be back overhead as you lengthen through the heel. Now we're going to bring that heel down. The ankle of the right foot is going to cross on the left thigh, and we're going to drop that knee away from us. Your right inner thigh dropping away from you, getting a stretch. If you want to, you can place the hand onto the thigh and encourage that leg away, but do try and focus on keeping your hips flat to the mat. And then we can bring that right heel down to the mat. So the left knee is going to come up. You're going to hug down either over the top of that shin or underneath. Feel that you're drawing the thigh into the body. Try and keep your hips square. Try not to be lifting through those hips. Breathing naturally, drawing the leg into you. When we're ready, we'll stretch that heel towards the ceiling. It might be going straight up. It might need to go away from you a little. It might be drawing back overhead. Wherever you're working, you're trying to open the back of that left knee, keeping your hips nice and level. No strain in the lower back. And from here, we're going to take that left ankle over the right thigh. That left knee is dropping away. That inner thigh is moving away from your body. Getting a stretch into that left hip. Might be hand on the thigh if you want to encourage it. Trying to keep these hips nice and level. Breathing. When we feel balance with the other side, that foot comes down to the mat. This is where we take hold of our belt or your tie. It's going to go just under the toe joints of that right foot, and the right heel lengthens away towards the ceiling. You might have both hands on the belt for this drawing back of the foot. It may be you can reach your big toe and you're bringing your leg over. So lots of modifications for you there. What we're looking to do is keep those hips flat as we stretch into this back thigh muscle, the hamstring muscle. Drawing that foot overhead if you can as you lengthen through your heel. Breathing. To target into the thigh, we really want to have that heel up to the ceiling, so that leg's straight if we can. We're going to take the right hand onto the belt as close to the foot as we can. And we're going to take that leg out to the right, opening into that right inner thigh, trying to keep your hips flat to the mat. Enjoy that stretch. We ease off, bringing that leg back to centre. We're going to straighten the left leg away along the back if you can. Take the left hand up on the belt as far as it will go and draw that leg over to the left. Keep your right shoulder down on the mat. Try not to roll up after that leg, and appreciate the stretch in the outer thigh. Breathing, encouraging your shoulders to flatten. Your hips will lift at this point. And when you're ready, you can bring your leg back to centre. If you want to work into your abdominal muscles, bend and place that left foot flat to the mat. Keep lengthening through that heel and lower that leg nice and gently down. If you've got your belt, you can use that to support the leg if you need to. If the weight gets too heavy, we bend the knee into the body. When that right leg's all the way down, we're going to take the belt onto the left foot. Right knee is going to be bent, foot flat to the mat. Left heel comes up, and we take that left heel towards the ceiling, trying to keep those hips flat. You might have both hands on your belt. You might be reaching to your big toe. We might be drawing that foot overhead. Where do you feel the stretch? It wants to be down here in the back of the hamstring muscle. We want to be lengthening that heel away, using the belt to encourage us to really stretch into that leg. Then the heel comes up towards the ceiling. It's right hand first of all onto that belt. My apologies. It's left hand first of all onto that belt. Take the leg out to the left. Keep your hips nice and flat if you can. Try not to roll after your leg as it goes out to the left. Breathing. Inner thigh stretch. Good. Don't be worried if this one doesn't move as far as the other one. Maybe this is your flexible side and it moves more. Bringing your leg to centre when you've had a good stretch. Now the right hand comes onto the belt. The right leg lengthens away. We try not to roll the shoulder this time. So you're bringing the left leg over to the right side of the body. Your hips will lift as that leg goes over. We encourage the shoulders to stay flat. We should be getting a stretch down the outside of this thigh. Breathing, stretching, lengthening through the heel if you can. When you're ready, the leg comes to centre. If you want to work those tummy muscles, bend that right knee to be foot flat to the mat, either with hands supporting or without. Belly muscles drawn down, and we steadily lower that leg if we're able to. Any point we need to, we can bend that knee in. And then we're going to come into a little hug. We just have a little twist, so make sure that belt isn't going to get tied up in your feet. Ankles and knees in together. Allow the knees to drop to one side, soles of the feet rolling off the mat. Turn the head to look in the opposite direction if you're happy to work through your neck. Use a few breaths here. Releasing into your twist. Breathe into centre. This is working on your lower back and your waist. Out breath, allow your knees to drop to the other side. Head turning the opposite way to the knees. Breathing. In breath, create some space. Out breath, you relax and release into your position. When you're ready, your in breaths as you come to centre. Go a little straightening, wriggle and stretch through. Bring ourselves up. I'm going to come into our cat position. We've finished with that belt. So you can place it over to one side out of your way. Think about having any padding under your shins if you need to. Think about any modifications you need for your wrists. Nice flat back position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Relax and release the belly down and look forwards. Then arch, curling chin in, tail under, lifting the belly high and towards the spine. Relaxing and releasing the belly down, looking forwards. Arching as you're ready. Head in, tail under, lifting. Draw the belly up. One more, allow your belly to relax and release as you look forwards. All the mobility is into your spine. One more arch. Return to your flat back position. From here, we're going to lay onto our tummy. Take care if you need to through your knees. Bring yourself down to forearms. Lengthen the leg away, the other leg away. We're going to work into crocodile. You're going to have your forearms one on top of the other so that you're holding your elbows. Your forehead can come down to rest on your hands. Want to pay attention for the hips into the position of the feet. Will you take your feet to turn outwards, your heels are drawing in towards each other, and they're going a comfortable distance for you. They might be shoulder width, they might be the width of your mouth. Your head's coming down to your hands. So this position, crocodile, helps us to breathe into the diaphragm. As you breathe in, you should be aware of your belly lifting. As you breathe out, you release down. So the in-breath, the inflation through the belly, we get a sense of lifting. And as we breathe out, releasing down. This position allows you to target abdominal diaphragm breathing. So let's see if we can just bring that forehead down onto the arm. Relaxing and releasing as best you can. And then breathing in. Really focus on breathing into your belly and breathing out, releasing. Few more breaths if you're happy to. Those of you who are happy with Cobra and like stretching forwards, if your lower back allows you to do so, you can adapt to that position. So we stretch through the neck, so the chin's guiding forwards. We've got a sense of lengthening from the belly into the chin. So we breathe in, that belly lifts us from the mat, and as we breathe out, we're aware of releasing back in. A few more breaths if you're happy to, breathing in, lift, breathing out, dropping down. Feet turned out, heels dropping in, breathing into the belly. To release out, we'll bring the tops of the feet to the floor, hands back by the rib cage. Push yourself up and over, dropping your forehead down towards your mat as your bottom eases down towards the heels. And enjoy that lengthening stretch out in your extended child posture. As you're ready, bring yourself up to standing in whichever way suits you. I'm going to be working side on along the mat. Find a position that's about the centre of your mat. So we've done some work into those hips. We're going to do a little bit more. Take your feet out 45 degrees, so turned out away from each other slightly. This is where we're going to be aware of what's happening in those knees and those hips. Hands can be on hips or they can be on waist. We start to bend a little into those knees and they're going out over the feet. Lengthening through the spine. Try and keep your spine upright. So we want to feel the spine stays in a nice straight line. Try not to tip yourself forwards, okay? Push up through your heels. If you're happy to, take your feet a little further apart. Checking, can you drop the weight balance between those feet? Can you encourage those knees to be nice and open, spine upright? If you want to take your hands into your goddess posture, elbows bent, palms turned slightly in, please do. Should be feeling the stretch in the inner thigh. Feeling nice and tall through the spine. You might be turning that tailbone under a little to lengthen in your lower back. Aware of those thighs working. And then push through your legs and release your arms down. We're going to step towards one leg and step out into warrior. So I'm going to step towards my left leg. Gives me the right side of my mat to work along. Starting with the hands crossed in front of the body, I'm going to swing the arms out as I step out. So a nice big in-breath to step into warrior position. Hold that position, work on that position. Are your feet outwards? Are your knees going outwards? Is your spine nice and upright? Bit of tone through the tummy. Where are your arms? Think about height through your spine. Breathing. Can you feel the work in those legs? When you're ready, we're going to step towards that right foot, so we've come all the way along our mat. So it's a nice big in-breath to push into those feet, step feet together. Let's try working over to the left. Make sure you've got space, hands across. In-breath to step into goddess posture. Palms turned. Breathing, lengthening. Find that position where you can feel the work happening in your body. You want to be opening into those hips. You decide how long you want to stay in this position whilst you're working. And have a big in-breath to step feet and arms together. Good, so we've done a workout into that goddess posture. We're going to take ourselves now into head to knee. I'm going to encourage you, as we've done that work and we're wanting to focus into the hips, to work from this position. If this position with turning the foot out doesn't work for you, then will you please come to the end of the mat and step the right foot forwards. Okay, so that's the only difference, taking those hips square into the position rather than working side on. For those of you happy to work side on, we've got the feet a good width apart. We're going to pivot on that right heel, turning the toes out. Turn your hips so that you face your right leg. If that back hip's really tight, turn those toes in a little bit or consider stepping out. Going to bend into that right knee. We're going to take our body weight forwards over that right knee, hands either side of the foot, head hangs down over that knee. We're going to start to straighten that leg, keeping our body weight hanging over that front leg. Try and soften and release through your head and shoulders, so you're encouraging the weight to lengthen along that leg. Should be a good stretch into this hamstring muscle. And then we relax and release into that knee. Bring ourselves up, push up on that thigh, straighten through the leg, turn the feet to face forwards. So you've brought your legs back together either by stepping forwards or back. If you were stepping out into that position, and you're going to step your left leg forwards, otherwise we're going to turn that left foot out. Try and turn your body to face that left leg. Have a think about what's happening with his hip. If it's tight, turn the toes forwards. Bend into that knee. Bring the body weight down and over that left leg. Hands down to the mat. Lengthen, relax and release. Stretch into that leg. Straightening that knee, keeping the body weight hanging forward. Releasing through your head, neck and shoulders. Good. Long stretch into this thigh muscle. When you're ready to come up, we bend into that knee. We bring the body weight onto that thigh to come up, straightening, turning the foot forwards. So we're going to go over to the right again. If you brought both feet together to step through, you're going to step through, and this time we're going into our warrior position. So either right foot stepping forwards or turning the right foot out. This time keep those hips facing forwards. Bend into that right knee. Take those arms wide, lengthening at shoulder level, and turn the head to look along the right arm. Open through the body. Weight equally between those feet. Don't allow your weight to shift to one side or the other. Try and keep yourself centered, lengthening through those arms. Then we can bring the head forwards, lower the arms, straighten the knee and turn the foot. Work to the other side. So if you're working stepping out, you brought your feet back together and you're stepping the other side. So we're going to turn that left foot out, bend into the left knee, lengthen through those arms, turn the head to look along the left arm. Breathing. Feel the work happening through the body, keeping weight in that back leg. Think about your position opening, chest nice and open. When you're ready to come out, head comes forwards, arms come down, we straighten that leg and turn the foot in. We've got one more before we bring that into a sequence. We're going to turn once more the right foot or step out right foot. We're going to bring the body to turn to the right. We're going to bend into that right leg. We're going to lengthen the arms, palms facing. They go up to the ceiling and we look up, dropping the weight between those legs, now lengthening towards the ceiling. Shoulders might come back a little to bring those arms back. Breathing naturally. Bring your arms forwards, straighten that right knee, turn the body forwards or bring the feet back together. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Turn the body. Drop into that left knee. Stretch, palms facing, stretch those arms up to the ceiling. Look up. Keep weight in that back foot, lengthening through the sides of the body. You might drawing those shoulders together. And as we're ready to come out, the arms come down, gazes forwards. Straighten that knee, turn the foot in. Let's see if we can put that together as a sequence. Okay, I managed to end up a lot wider than I wanted to with the turn of the feet. So I'm going to adjust my position slightly. You'll be in the centre of your mat. I'm not going to take you through the separate step forwards and backwards on this one. Okay, so you'll need to either decide not to do the sequence or modify as you want. I want this to be a flow, so we're going to take this just through one direction. Okay, so I'm standing to one end of my mat so that I can step out to the right. I'm going to breathe in and step into my goddess. I'm going to lower my arms, straightening my legs, turning my right foot out. Turn the body, bend into the knee, hands come down, stretch through those hips. Sink into that knee, bring the body up. Turn the body forwards, that knee still bent out.
Lengthen through the arms, turn the head to look along that right arm. Bring the arms to the body, turn the body to the right arm, still bent in that right knee. Take the arms to the ceiling and look up. Bring those arms down, straighten that leg, turn the feet 45 degrees. Goddess. Let's go over to the left. Straightening up. Feet are still wide, turn the left foot out. Turn the body to the left. Bend the left knee. Body comes down over that leg. Hang forwards, lengthen through that leg. Allow the body to soften and release down. We bend the left knee. We bring our body up. Turn the hips to be forwards. Lengthen through those arms. Look along that left arm. Bring both arms to the center. Turn the body to face the left leg. Stretch the arms to the ceiling. Lengthen, looking up. Bring the arms and head down. Turn the body, straighten the leg. Bring yourself to drop into your goddess. Your choice from here. You can jump the legs together or you can walk the feet in. Stand tall for a moment and breath. Aware of your breathing returning to normal. Your heart rate might be a little faster. When we work out into strong postures like warrior and goddess with the chest open, can increase our heart rate. If you want to stand for a few moments in your Tadasana, being peaceful, you can. If you would rather come down onto your mat, please come down onto your mat. It's whatever's going to suit you to just take a moment to realign, to settle, before you maybe go on to face the rest of your day. Whether you're standing or on the mat, see if you're comfortable to have your eyes closed and breathe in and out through your nose. Lengthening and creating space in the spine. Softening the muscles of the face. Relaxing your shoulders and letting go through your arms. Aware of the expansion in the body as you breathe in, the release as you breathe out. Nice lightness to our body as we breathe in and create space. Real sense of letting everything relax with that out breath. Out breath, sending off any tension, any tightness. Check that your lower back's in a comfortable, supported position. Check that your hips feel level. Be aware of having worked into opening through those hips. Might be a really nice, satisfying feeling of relaxation, of opening. Check you've not tensed through any of the leg muscles, through your ankles, your feet, or your toes. And taking a moment to be with your breath. Whenever you're ready, whether you're standing or laying, have
have a little stretch and wriggle into your fingers and toes. Decide if you want a lengthening stretch through. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready. If you're standing, bear with me a moment. If you're laying, come to a sitting position. We'll all take a lovely big breath together, breathing in, reaching up, using those arms to stretch to the ceiling. Releasing as you breathe out. Thank you very much. Namaste. If you enjoyed that sequence, of course, you can take the opportunity to rewind the video and play through again and repeat the sequence a second time.